Theresa. Thank you for clicking on my video today. Last week I made Simplicity 8606, which is the wrap skirt that's back behind me, and I'm really happy with it. I think I'm gonna wear it a lot, so I figured it'd be really cute if I made one for my daughter and then made one for her doll. And I think I have enough scraps left over to do it. However, I'm not really comfortable putting her in a wrap skirt because the strings are so long and I just worry about it getting, I don't know, wrapped around her neck or something awful. So I'm gonna make a mock wrap skirt and hopefully it'll turn out all right. First, I measured my baby and her doll. Then I got my scrap fabric and measured a rectangle, making sure that it was longer than the waist measurement. I barely had enough for my daughter's skirt, but I had plenty for the doll. Here I folded the skirt in half, which was easy to do because I had marked the center with chalk, and I marked a curve for the end edges, and I used my rotary cutter to cut it out. And I repeated those steps for the second skirt. Once both skirts were cut out, I take them over to my overlock machine and I serged the ends. This way I can easily iron the ends over, taking my time on the curve of the skirt before taking it over to my sewing machine and sewing the hem down. If you don't have a serger, you can double fold the hemline and iron it down that way, and it works just as well. Once that was done, I had to make the waistband, making it longer than the actual waist measurement. But to get the wrap skirt look, it had to be shorter than the actual skirt. I took the bands and I sewed the short side together, and then I ironed the top edge of the waistband over. With the right sides together, I sewed the skirt onto the bottom edge of the band. The fabric of the skirt will overlap, and you just keep sewing until all of the skirt is sewed down. Then I took it over to my ironing board and I ironed the seam up and the waistband down over the hemline. This way I could turn it right side out and then stitch along the ditch, hiding the extra stitch line and encasing the raw edge of the fabric. And this also forms the casing for the elastic. I was careful to leave a space when I was sewing the waistband down so that I could string the elastic through. I cut the elastic just a tiny bit longer than the waist measurement. I pinned the end of the elastic to the skirt, and then I put another safety pin on the end, and I strung my elastic through the casing. Once the elastic was strung through, I sewed it and then closed up the hole in the waistband. Here I took some black ribbon and I made a bow. I then sewed the bow onto the skirt, completing the look. After I finished, I realized I forgot to melt the ends of the ribbon. I recommend doing this before you sew it onto your skirt. And it's done! Here are all three skirts together. All of them are done. As a whole, I'm really happy with them. I wish I would have made the little overlap on this side because on my skirt it's on this side, and that was just an oversight on my part. The little skirt I feel like had enough fabric. The baby skirt could have used like 5 or 6 inches more, I feel like, because it's barely a fold. But if we wear it to the lake or to the splash park or something like that, it's not really a big deal, or just wearing around the house on a really hot day. Yeah, so in the future, when she gets a little bit bigger, I want to do, I want to add some more fabric to it, so I'm going to add two lines of stitching to stabilize the elastic, and I'm going to cut it, and I'm saving these scraps, and I will just make it a little bit bigger so that she'll be able to wear it for a long time, as long as, you know, the color holds up and all of that. But anyways, thanks for sticking around with me. I hope you enjoy the video. If you have any questions, let me know. We tend to save our scraps. At least most of the sewers I know save their scraps. And then for each project you do, it just accumulates and accumulates. So getting rid of the items in my Cabbage Patch is something that's on my priority list this year. So I'll probably do a couple more Cabbage Patch videos in making things out of scraps. If you have any ideas or things that you would like me to make a video about, leave that in the comments, and I'll see if I can do them. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate those of you that do watch my videos and comment and like them. And have a great week.